Yet another video, guys. So let's go ahead and now look at how to do the withdrawals. So the B2C, so this is what withdraws the funds to our application. So this is generally more important if you're in Kenya, when you need to know how to do it. So if you're outside, you can maybe check around how we do it, but not really going to be that much helpful. So we need to go ahead and we went ahead and created a table called withdraw. So we have the amount and the phone number where we want to withdraw the data. So if you can see here, we have the amount and the phone number. So we're just going to copy this code and let's go ahead to our page events. We need to come to our withdrawals page here, go to before add. We want to handle this data before adding. So we're going to post this data here. All right, and we need to get rid of this. So there are a few things we don't really need. We don't need the response. Okay, so we need the API key anyways. So we need the API key. So I'm just going to go to my application here, and I need to just go ahead and check my API key. Just copy this API key. So don't worry about this. We're going to be making this data dynamic in a few once we set the user authentications just fine. So, and the username should be code guy. Okay, and the amount should be data that we get from our application. So all right, so you're just going to come here and say model data. All right, and then here we're going to push the amount. Okay, we want to push in the amount. Now the phone number should be the phone number where we want to withdraw our funds. So you're just going to come here and say model data. We're going to be getting the phone. All right, now let's make sure that this code is working. So we're just going to come here and say var dump. So we want to check if this code is working before we add it. So just going to come here and say var dump, and you're going to pass out the response. So we're going to say response like that, and now we want to tell this guy don't add, show me the response. All right, so let's preview this. All right, so here we have the withdrawals and we have the top up. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come here and say withdraw, and you're going to enter the amount, which is going to be 45, and the phone number is going to be 07 4161. All right, let's submit this. Undefined function var dump. All right, we wrote it wrongly, so it's just going to be var dump. Var dump. It's not really dump, but dump. All right, now let's reload these changes and see what we get. Okay, let's withdraw the amount and let's click here. So we write the amount. It's going to be 45 and 07 41 61 40 44. All right, great. So now you have a response of failed because you don't have, you cannot withdraw amount less than 50. Can you check and try again? So let's go back and do something else here. Let's say we want to withdraw 50 and say 07 41 61 444. Let's withdraw. Let's see the response. Failed. You don't have sufficient funds to withdraw. Good. So now we are sure the code works. So let's go to our page events and withdraw, add before add, and let's remove this. So that code works. Good. So we are good to go with that one. Now let's go ahead and check another code. Now there's another code that is here which is called top up service wallet. Now the service wallet allows you to be able to do withdrawals without an amount in the service wallet. Even if you have 1 million in this account, you cannot withdraw it. So you have to top up the service wallet, and then you'll be able to go ahead and use that amount in the service wallet to go ahead and withdraw the amount. So that's what we want to do. So I'm just going to check out the code here. So the service wallet just needs some few objects. So we just need the username and the amount. So that's all we need. So just going to copy these and go ahead to my page event, look for top up, add before add, and we want to push this data in here. So we don't really need to echo the response, but we're going to do a var dump, and we need to pass in the response here, and you need to exit. Alright, so those are the few things we need. So the API key, we're just going to take the API key from here, just copy this API key, then let's go to our before add here, the API key here, and username should be code guy, and the amount should be the amount. So we're just going to come here and say pass in this. I'm going to pass in this and say amount, like that. So good. Now let's see what we get. So if we reload this project again, let's try and top up the service wallet balance. We're just going to come here and say unexpected. So the unexpected is because we forgot to delete this. Good. Reload these again. All right. Now let's try and top up. So we're just going to say 45. Let's see what we get. All right, failed. You don't have sufficient funds. So we are very sure that now the API is working. So go ahead and remove this. Let's remove our var dump, and we are good to go. So save the project. Now we need to design the page, which is basically what we are working with, the withdraw page. So we want to design this withdraw page. So we want to change how it looks. So I'm just going to come here, go to the withdraw page here, vertical. We don't need any label. We're just going to do that. Go to the page design, and we are just going to come here, make this row class to float at the center. That's all we want. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Good. Now when you click on add here, we are getting something like this. So let's see. Vertical no label. This should remove the vertical no label. All right. So reload, and there we go. So we don't have any label here. So we can go ahead and make this a card if you want. Come to page design, go to withdraw, and you can make this a card. You can make it a card here. All right, and now let's preview this. All right, so let's come here, and now we see this card looking like this. So you can make this button to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to check Bootstrap how we do it and come. Alright guys, so we're back. Now how you make this button really big in Bootstrap, you come here and make this button to be btn large, btn block. So that's what we want. So we want to go to our page here, and we need to edit this page manually. Alright, now you need to look for this the button to submit. So you're just going to come here and say btn large, which is basically what we mean by LG, and then we're going to say btn and block, if that's how they're doing it. So it's going to be btn block. All right, so I guess that's it. Primary block. Okay, and now here what you're going to do is we are going to call this withdraw. All right, and then we might need to change the style. We're going to give it, style is going to be equal to border radius. So we're going to give it a border radius of 20 pixels. Give it a border radius of 20 pixels. So let's go ahead and publish this. So this should give us this button looking something like this. So we enter here, and we make it withdraw, something like that. We can click there and withdraw our amount. We also don't want that icon, so we just go ahead and look for that icon, and we need to just delete this icon here and preview this code again. So we have that button looking like that. Now the next thing we might need to do is just do the same thing for our button, which is for the button that's or the top up here at the bottom here. Make this vertical no label. Alright, then edit this. Come look for the button here and post it here and say top up as wallet. Okay, so that's what we need. Now we're also going to come here, get rid of this and make this float at the center and make this wrapped to be inside a card like that, and preview this again. So we go to top up here, and inside our add page we have this, because you notice that there's a space on top there. So we can fix that by coming here and adding another section, or basically we can just add alright, we can always create a padding top and come here and say padding top to be 5. See if that fixes it. Alright, so we have that. So you can save your project and go ahead and play around with it and see what you get. So that will be it for this video, guys. See you in the next one.